Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to yet another Yobuko video where we're doing a deck overview slash deck highlight. Today I wanted to go into depth about my Cerebro 2 deck I've been using. I was kind of stuck around 95 for a while playing control decks because control decks seem to be the main meta at the moment. A lot of people are playing Enchantress, Serra, Nebula, Storm, so on and so forth. This deck is amazing for stealing cubes because a lot of people don't expect Cerebro decks. For those of you that don't know, Cerebro deck is just Cerebro gives your highest power cards +2, so you're playing cards with all the same power, so Cerebro affects all of your cards at once. Yeah, so sometimes the locations can't be amazing for this, but now with the buff to Luke Cage, which stops your cards from having their power reduced, you can play this deck a lot more consistently and get a lot more consistent plays. And then Baku's always fun watching him jump out of the deck. So here's the deck right here that I've been playing. As you can see, I don't have Mystique in the deck. It's just simply because I don't own Mystique. I've put her in the replacements up top if you guys want to put her in. There's a couple cards you can swap it out. I've put some keys on the key cards, as you can see, which are like Goose, Luke Cage, Cerebro, and Baku, and Blue Marvel. As well as Lockjaw, because my favorite thing to do is sort of feed in Baku into Lockjaw, but I'm gonna go a bit more into depth in that in the in-depth card overviews. But yeah, if you guys want to take a second, if you guys want to pause, this is the deck, and I've put some possible replacement cards at the top. You could swap out some of the non-key cards. I like to have some cards in here to sort of mislead the opponent and just play off of that surprise factor, such as Yondu and Daredevil. If you play Yondu Daredevil, most people will think that you're going to be playing a Galactus deck, and they might try and counter that. So without further ado, we're going to go into the individual card overviews and how each card works, how it synergizes with the deck, and how you guys can play. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys leave a like. I put a lot of effort into these Marvel Snap videos. I hope that I help you guys get to Infinite. And yeah, let's, without further ado, get into the individual card overviews. Okay, diving in straight away. This is probably one of the most interchangeable, customizable aspects of the deck, which is my 1 cost with 2 power. You guys saw the replacements earlier in the deck overview, but the reason I like Yondu is because a lot of Galactus decks run Yondu, and also you can do a little bit of disruption with Yondu. And I like to mislead my opponents with this deck. That's the best way for you to steal cubes, is to try and make them think that you're playing something that you're not, and then they're going to try and maybe counter Galactus with the Cosmo or whatever kind of thing they're going to do. Just misleading your opponent and not letting them know what you're playing is great. And I think Yondu really synergizes well later on with the Daredevil, because like I said, just misleads them into thinking you're playing Galactus, can kind of just catch your opponents off guard, and also you have that small percentage chance of cutting off their key card. That's why if you are going to replace Yondu, maybe Iceman is good just for more disruption, or even Korg. I don't like to have too many 1-cost cards because you don't want to be a victim to Killmonger later on. So yeah, just a brief overview. Yondu's good, nice solid pick. You can swap it out for any other 1-cost that you feel might benefit you better. Then we move on to M'Baku, who is actually amazing. I didn't think I would enjoy playing this card as much as I do, but M'Baku is so much fun. For those that don't know what he does, if he's in your deck at the end of the game, it jumps out to a random location. So it's basically a free 2 power card. And with the Cerebro and Blue Marvel, or Cerebro and Mystique, then he can become a 1/4 with just Cerebro, a 1/5 with Blue Marvel. If you have Mystique and Cerebro, he'll be a 1/6. It's just insane for that to jump out of your deck and go on the board. And that means that when you play Lockjaw, you can keep playing M'Baku into Lockjaw, keep feeding him into Lockjaw, and then hopefully at the end he can jump into a location that will help you, or you can really fill out the locations that you don't need him to jump into. And yeah, it makes some real fun plays, and there's a little bit of a gamble, a little bit of a fun play when M'Baku just jumps out the deck and catches the opponent off guard. Again, it's another reason why this is a cube stealer deck. Then we move on to Daredevil. Again, you could probably change Daredevil out for a couple of different cards if you potentially feel like it. I really like Daredevil in this deck just because it lets you see what the opponent's going to play. Sometimes it can help you. Sometimes you might see they're going to play a Green Goblin or a Hobgoblin, or maybe they're going to Professor X you, and you can make sure you have enough power in the lane that when you Cerebro later, or when you Blue Marvel later, that you can counteract it and make sure you win that lane. Daredevil is just a pretty safe option. Again though, you could change it out if it's not for your playstyle. But I really like Daredevil in this deck. Then we move on to Goose. Now the reason I put Goose as a key card as well on the deck overview is because right now Galactus is running rampant, and with Goose you can have some counterplay ability against Galactus. You can shut down one of those lanes and make sure he can't play Galactus in that lane. So if your enemy is playing Galactus cards such as Yondu, Daredevil, Wolverine, Nimrod, so on and so forth, try and play Goose in a lane where they are likely to play Galactus, which you can tell by maybe the locations, or you can tell by where they've already played their cards, and that way you lock down one of the lanes. It's not always going to stop them, but you can just having that little counter there. And also Goose just stops them from playing big power cards, 4, 5 and 6 power cards, because you're not going to be playing any of those except for Blue Marvel. So it allows you to get more power in whatever lane Goose is in, because you're going to be Cerebroing, Blue Marvel, Mystiquing that lane. Then we move on to Luke Cage, the newly buffed and improved Luke Cage. For those that don't know, Luke Cage was a 2 energy, 1 power card previously. He makes it so your cards can't have their power reduced, which was always a good one, but it was kind of very techy and not a lot of people used it. But now he's 2 power, he fits so amazingly into this deck, it's great. It really counters the locations that are like -1 power to your cards, -2 power to your cards, Jotunheim, Scorpion. It counters anything that your enemy does to manage your power on your cards. And it also applies retroactively. So say someone Scorpioned your hand and you have all 5 cards now with -1 power, that would usually screw up your Cerebro, you'd have to retreat. You can play Luke Cage and it will give back power to all your cards. You can even play Luke Cage later on in the game, catch your opponent off guard, and all your cards return to their regular power. So yeah, Luke Cage is a must-have key component in this deck, and he just makes the deck more consistent. It means that you can play against those locations that you can't deal with a lot of the time, and you can save Storm to get rid of the locations that are maybe like +1 power to your cards or +2 power on turn 5, so on and so forth. So yeah, Luke Cage is an amazing card right now in the Cerebro 2 deck, and it really helps the consistency. Then we go on to Mr. Sinister. Pretty self-explanatory. He just adds a Sinister clone to this location with the same power. The reason you like Mr. Sinister is just, again, you get to play 2 cards in 1 turn, and they're both 2 power. It's pretty safe power. You can't destroy it with Killmonger, and it just lets you fill up lanes when you need to in the end. Maybe you want to fill up a lane so M'Baku jumps into a different lane. Maybe he jumps into a Storm lane you wasn't able to fill. So yeah, Mr. Sinister, just a pretty regular pick. You could swap it out, but I would recommend sticking with Mr. Sinister. It helps you get a lot of power down on the board quite quickly and give you those priority picks when you need it. Then we go on to another massive key component of the deck, which is Cerebro. I hope you guys understand what Cerebro is. If you don't, it's an ongoing card that gives your highest power cards +2 power, and it is the basis of this deck. You can't make this deck without this card. This is just a necessary card. So all your other cards are going to have 2 power. You play Cerebro, it gives all of them +2 power. That's it. I like to save Cerebro for turn 5, turn 6. Usually a turn 6 if I can, because it just catches them off guard. Like I said, a lot of people just don't expect you to Cerebro. They might think that you haven't drawn it as well. And then you can get those big 4 to 8 cube wins. So yeah, try and save Cerebro if you possibly can. Don't make the mistake I make of playing Cerebro into the Lockjaw lane and watching your Cerebro disappear into your deck. So yeah, just my advice for Cerebro is to try and play it late as possible, because when you play it on that turn 6, you can really just catch your opponent off guard. If you play a bit early, then you're always going to be scared of an Enchantress. If you are scared of an Enchantress, if they seem like they're running a control deck, you can always play Cerebro underneath Goose, and unless they play Sarah, then they won't be able to use Enchantress on your Cerebro. Then we move on to Brood. Brood is an amazing card in this deck because it gives you 3 cards at 2 power, which is amazing. The best combo probably is to Storm on turn 3, turn 4 Brood, and that whole location is locked down for you. It's highly unlikely they're going to be able to match you in power there. Try and do it on a location maybe they haven't played a card yet, or you know, a location that's messing up your Cerebro. Like I said, that's going to give you plus power or whatever, or minus power if you haven't drawn Luke Cage. So yeah, Storm, Brood, just amazing combo. Brood's just great for filling out lanes anyway, and then you can fill out lanes, and then you can sort of direct where M'Baku's going to go if he's still inside your deck. Cool. Now we move on to Lockjaw. Lockjaw, amazing in this deck for those times where, say, you haven't drawn Cerebro, you haven't drawn Luke Cage, maybe you need to Storm. Just when you need those cards to come out your deck, Lockjaw is amazing. And having M'Baku is great because you can constantly feed M'Baku back into Lockjaw if he keeps coming in your hand, getting those bigger power cards out. And there's nothing bad that can come out from Lockjaw, really. You're always going to want pretty much everything that comes out of Lockjaw. Maybe a Brood or a Mr. Sinister might be bad because you don't want to fill up that location just yet. But yeah, Lockjaw is great, and he really synergizes well with M'Baku. Every time M'Baku's in your hand, you make sure that Lockjaw is down, you feed M'Baku into it, and then at the end, M'Baku will jump out of the deck and you've been able to get your higher power cards. Say you didn't draw your Cerebro, you might get that from Lockjaw. You didn't draw your Blue Marvel, you didn't get your Luke Cage. I've had a lot of gambling games where I really needed to draw Luke Cage on the last turn. I didn't. I played M'Baku into Lockjaw. Luke Cage came out and saved the day. So yeah, Lockjaw is really fantastic in this deck. Has a little bit of a gamble, a little bit of a chance, but it's just amazing. And you can kind of influence it with a little bit less of a risk by playing M'Baku into it. Then we go on to Mr. Fantastic. I think Mr. Fantastic is borderline a key card because he gives 2 power to 2 other locations at the same time as being a 2 power card himself. So it just spreads out power across the board, as well as the fact that Mr. Fantastic is going to get affected by Cerebro. So yeah, not really much to say here. You kind of want to play Mr. Fantastic in the middle to get the biggest benefit out of him. He can help you win those stormed lanes or any locked off lanes, maybe Sanctus Sanctorium, so on and so forth. Yeah, Mr. Fantastic, just another great card. Then we have Storm, which I think I probably should have put a key on. Key card, definitely, because Storm just helps you get rid of those locations that are screwing up Cerebro. At the moment, because you have Luke Cage to counter the minus locations, most of the time that's okay. But say you don't draw Luke Cage, or there's a location that gives all cards +1, which I think is called Xandar, and so on and so forth, then you really want to storm that location because you can't play any cards there, basically, because otherwise it will mess up your whole Cerebro and the interaction with Cerebro, because you want all of your cards to stay at the same power. So, and also, Storm also helps you lock down locations. You can lock down a location, brood it, like I said earlier, and then the opponent can sometimes overcommit to it, maybe win it by 1 or 2 points and snap. And this is where you start stealing cubes, because in the last turn you play Blue Marvel or you play Cerebro, and suddenly that Storm lane that you were losing, you're winning, or maybe even Mr. Fantastic and Cerebro. Like, you can just catch people off guard. You got a lane locked down, and you have ways to add power to it because you have these ongoing cards that increase the power of all of your cards. Then we move on to the final set piece of this, which is Blue Marvel. The reason Blue Marvel works really well is he brings everything to a 3 power. So everything becomes the same power as Blue Marvel. So when you have Cerebro down at the same time, Blue Marvel then also gets the +2 from Cerebro, and all the other cards get like that +1 from Blue Marvel. It's just a nice way to spread power. It's good sometimes as well if you don't draw Cerebro, you can actually still win games just with +1ing locations. And as I said, ongoing cards that add power is great for winning those storm locations. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this in-depth card overview. I'm going to give you guys the screen for the deck one more time. This is it. Look at top for the replacements and try it out for yourself. I highly recommend you try this deck. It's a lot of fun. Let's get into some gameplay. I'm going to give you guys a couple of games of me piloting the deck and having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how Cerebro Deck 2 goes for you. Peace. Oh, DoorDash. Oh, there's street tacos, and the guy picks them up for you as well. I thought you were going to get them from like a stand or something like that. Make me hungry, man. I just ate a pizza though. Maybe I need a third lunch. Or is it early dinner? What does it count as? Third lunch or early dinner? Let's say early dinner, right? We won't play anything here unless we get Luke Cage. Oh, we can play Lockjaw actually to make sure we get it. Yeah, I did have the wrong animal mascot. I was so close though. Early dinner for Copium. Hey man, I'm trying to eat anyway. I don't give a fuck. I'm happy with that. I'll have some early dinner soon. Ugh. Trying to get fat. Where my fat boys at? I think this deck might actually get me the infinite. I believe in you, Foxy, man. I was actually saying I need to do something different. The control one's not working. Because everyone is just sort of playing control right now. So everyone just sort of got used to it. And everyone just sort of retreats. It's too obvious when you're going to win, I think. It's too hard to steal cubes. Whereas I feel like with Cerebro, you can get them 8 cube wins a lot easier. Yay! Yeah, I'll play that. I could play that, right? And then on 5, I could Mr. Sinister and Goose. Mr. Sinister and the Goose. Or I could Mr. Sinister and Mr. Fantastic. That's probably better, actually. Why the fuck am I goosing? What you doing over there, Goose? Do you know what'd be sick is if you play Goose on the last turn and you had priority and they played a card that was 4, 5, or 6, it just didn't turn over. They were like, no. I want to play this, but I'm missing Bro and Luke Sage. Yeah. Well, you can't play it without Cerebro. You could probably play it without Luke. But yeah, without Cerebro, it sucks. Aww. Why are you waving?
Wind
Oh, do you think he has
my
Galactus?
hand.
Well, if he has Galactus, then he can't, because if he plays it in middle, I can beat him. If he has Galactus, then he's fucked himself. Because I can just miss the Sinister and then he can't play anything in the next turn. Once he's just late Reckless with another name. Exactly, bro. Go on, play Galactus. Go on, do it. Oh, he didn't play it. He played Death. An Iceman. Okay. Well, if I do that, is that even enough to win? 2, 2, 2, this would be 6, 12. I can draw in mid with Cerebro, which is actually probably okay. Nah, because I'm not going to be able to blue Marvel as well. Don't have enough energy. It's turn 6. Right. So I draw here and I try to win here, but I don't think I'm even going to win. I think this might be a retreat. Just so you know, I'm going home now more. Hey, okay, baby. Can with Fantastic. Oh, yeah, I can with Fantastic. You're right, but then... Oh, shit. I fucking forgot. I almost fucking Cerebro on top of my Lockjaw, bro. Holy... Oh, wait, what about M'Baku? M'Baku could win it for me, right? Nah, bro, we pray for M'Baku. M'Baku! Why Cerebro left? What difference does it make? M'Baku, we pray to... We have to do the M'Baku dance. Oh! Ha! Oh! Ha! Oh! Ha! Oh! Okay, now M'Baku will pop out into middle. Yes! 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 Let's go! Ah, hey, hey, ooh, hey, ooh. Singing Dale. Storm my location and I'm home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, show me what the fuck. Ooh, maybe it will ruin it for me. Who knows? I don't want to play M'Baku. Let's see, let's see. Let's see if it ruins it for me. Play Lockjaw. We M'Baku. One. Oh yeah, Storm and then Brooding. And then we're Brooding. We're gonna Storm and then we're gonna get to Brooding. Brooding, laddies. Yeah, so we're playing M'Baku there, so M'Baku goes back in our deck. Hopefully it pulls out Blue Marvel. Back to the deck. Oh no! Oh wait, it doesn't matter. We have Luke Cage, hopefully. Come on, Luke Cage. Pop on out. Pop on out. Yes! Daylight, come and my Luke on Cage. Come, Mr. Luke. Yeah, come on, Mr. Luke. The RNG gods have blessed. Bro, they have blessed me today. I don't know what's happening. Oh, She-Hulk. This guy has the most annoying deck ever. Ooh. Oh wait, let me do this and this. It's probably better. Oh, but I might swap up for M'Baku though, but I don't want to. Oh, I could also swap up for Mr. Marvel. I almost fucking Cerebro on Lockjaw again. You know how many times I'm gonna do that today, 100%. Thanks for the 8 cubes, boy. Come on, Blue Marvel. Yes, bro, the RNG gods are here. The RNG gods are here. And then M'Baku drops out as well. Just to say hello. Whoa. Whoa. This is the way we're gonna climb to infinite. This is the way. Bro, I just know my luck. I could see Gambit out of all the cards destroying Cerebro. Any other card, it wouldn't mean shit. Okay, killed. Oh, nice. We got Brood. That's perfect. We can just Luke Cage, Brood. Luke Cage. And then we Brood. Your food was eat. My food was eat. I'm glad your food was eat. Hey! I guess we don't need to do that just yet. Actually, yeah, we do, because... Oh... I just want to stop that from getting buffed up. Really, GM? The street vendor wasn't good then. This is actually pretty good for us. We can do Lockjaw and M'Baku. Why is he snapping? What you doing over there, Mr. Snapper? I'll snap as well. Fuck it, I got a pretty good deck right now. I just need to hope that I get Cerebro. And to be honest, I'm hoping I can play Cerebro in middle. We've been winning. We have actually. We have. We're actually getting closer and closer to infinite as the days go on. Shame that Korg wasn't able to pop off. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that really sucks. That really sucks. Because it's gonna Lockjaw it. Shh. I feel like I should play something here, just to try and get Cerebro out. Maybe I should have played Daredevil middle and Mr. Fantastic as well, to keep Mr. Fantastic. I should have done the other thing. Why not Yondu over Korg? Yeah, maybe you're right actually. Yeah, Yondu would probably be more useful. It gives us a bit of information as well, doesn't it? Because we get to see what card it destroys.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, I wish I'd done the opposite and played Daredevil in mid with Mr. Fantastic. Oh, and we got Mr. Sinister. Oh, it doesn't matter actually, because I thought it was going to fill it up, but it won't. Alright, so we do that. That. And we need to pray. We need to pray that we pull out Cerebro. Come on, Cerebro. Cerebro! Come on out for me. Cerebro, come on out for me. Come on, Cerebi. Come on, Cerebro, don't make me lose 8 cubes. Daddy needs these 8 cubes, come on. I shouldn't have snapped so early before getting Cerebro. I just thought I had it in the bag, man. I thought I had it in the bag. Oh, please draw Cerebro. Please draw Cerebro. Please take out Cerebro. Come on. All randomness. What is this guy doing? Is he working out the maths, the mathematics? I have a 1 in 3 chance of winning. Yes! Get your Mega Red bitch ass out of here. The hell do you think this is, sir? Let's go. Let's go. Omega Red. Who are you? Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. The little snippets of me piloting the deck. As you can see, it's a lot of fun playing with M'Baku, playing the Cerebro 2 deck. I finally hit Infinite now, so look forward to more content. I'm going to try and see how high ranked we can get this season. Jesus, I'm stumbling my words, but I'm not re-recording it. Screw it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm a tiny channel, so every like, comment, and subscription makes a huge difference. Come and stop by the stream if you guys want to. There should be links down in the bio. And yeah, peace. Let me know how Cerebro 2 goes for you guys, and let me know how you guys hit Infinite, and maybe what changes you'd make to the deck. Just a quick thing before we go. I wanted to say, some people might be like, why am I not playing Hazmat? I don't think Hazmat is that great. It's a bit inconsistent. If you don't get Wong and Hazmat and Luke Cage in the same game, then you're not going to win. And you can't play Hazmat unless you play Luke Cage. This is a way more consistent way to get cubes. And that's the thing with decks, is you're looking for consistency and you want to win as much as you possibly can and catch the opponent off guard. So I hope you guys enjoy. Much love. Let me know how it goes for you. And yeah, peace.
Spending too much time wishing on a star. Realize that you're just sitting in the dark, home for a spark, waiting for no other shot with an arc. But I ain't going 2 by 2. I'ma cruise right by you. If it's all that I do, high IQ, let me prove what you gon'